just been revealed by the Hollywood Reporter, the Hollywood Bible, that the biggest grossing movie star ever is Scarlett Johansson, which I'm told, staggering though that may seem, and I'm a bit surprised myself because I've appeared in 10 movies as myself, and those movies have grossed $2.4 billion. So I'm a little surprised I'm not in the mix myself. However, she's bigger than Tom Cruise, bigger than Stallone, bigger than Schwarzenegger, bigger than all of them. And the reason apparently is the Avengers. She's been in the whole Avengers stuff, which obviously, and Jurassic Park and other huge grossing films. But she's moaning, as obviously, you know, when you get an accolade like this, the first thing to do is to complain about it, that she's often been cast for sexist reasons. So Andrew, I'll come to you on this. When promoting, I think Jurassic Park Rebirth movie came out this weekend. So when I was younger, a lot of the roles I was offered or I went for had their ambitions or character arcs revolving around their own desirability or the male gaze or a male-centered story. That's less frequent, though. Something has shifted. I mean, this idea that we might go to the movies to look at beautiful people, that males may gaze at beautiful women, is this the most shocking bombshell of the week, Andrew?
Also, it's not just that. Like, how stupid to admit that out loud. Basically, aren't you just admitting that you were a skank for money? Like, if it was really a big deal, you're like, oh, God, the male gaze, they're sexualizing me. It's all. Why would you take the role then? Just don't take the role. But apparently, if it pays good enough, she must not mind too much about that whole male gaze thing, huh? Because when it came time for her to collect those millions of dollars based on the male gaze, she definitely took the role. So I would like her to give an explanation for that. Male gaze bad, but I like to contribute to it as much as possible for money. Aren't you just basically admitting that you're a Hollywood prostitute at that point? Like, if it's a conflict with your values, aren't you selling out for money, literally?
Well,
like,
Taylor, your eyebrows just nearly exploded, so clearly you don't agree with that.
I think it's just shocking the disgusting misogynistic way that Andrew can't help but talk about women. I mean, I would say also, by the way,
a woman?
No, women generally
a
seem
woman?
to have...
No, I'm sorry. It's not a monolith. If I can critique a woman, that's not critiquing all women. You see how that works?
Critiquing all libs, the whole show.
Yeah.
All libs.
No, these libs. These libs are not all libs.
I'm not a lib. Oh my God, it's so crazy.
Oh yes, you're a lib, lady.
Everyone that doesn't like,
you just so happen to be liberal on every social policy, but you're not a liberal.
Liberals are hardly where I'm at on social issues. Anyway, my point is that Scarlett Johansson, Piers, I don't know that I would classify that quote as moaning. What she seems to be talking about is just how her roles have changed over time. I would note that overwhelmingly women are paid less than men, even though the highest actress might be paid as a woman. But I think that what she's saying is basically, it's not a myth that women are paid less. I'm sorry.
Equal pay myth that we can, I mean, that's a whole separate conversation.
I think in Hollywood now it's pretty well equal pay, isn't it? If you get the big roles, I don't think.
Well, I think, I think
in music, most of the biggest stars now are currently women, aren't they? Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
Right, but
I mean,
I
don't know. I can't think of many industries where women are not actually paid at least or more than men.
Just because there are a few very high-paid women in entertainment industries doesn't mean that women across the board make more than men. And when you look at other industries like finance or tech or some of these other,
that's because of. Listen, Taylor, this is nonsense. That's because of choices that women make. That's because of the number of hours that they work. That's because women take maternity leave. That's because guys work more hours and work harder. There's a whole bunch of reasons we can get into that relate to that.
We actually can adjust it for parity easily.
Can I make a comment about Scarlett, though, here for a second? Because I think what's interesting here is that, listen, she made all of her money being a sex symbol, right? She always had the boobs out. That's how she made her money. She made the decision to accept roles where, yes, she was, part of the male gaze. And that's how she made her fame. I find it really interesting, honestly, that she turns 40. She's older. And now all of a sudden she decides, oh, I'm going to negate all that. Could it be that maybe she's, the male gaze isn't looking at her in the same way anymore. She's not getting those roles anymore. And she's now realizing there's a younger woman on the block. There's a hotter woman on the block. Okay, I'm not getting those roles. So by the way, to complete I made all my money.
To complete the conspiracy theory, is that why Charlize Theron, at the age of 50, has gone out doing podcasts talking about banging 26-year-old guys? Could that be
You're
why?
so-
Is it to make Hollywood think I'm still hot and desirable?
I've still got it. I've still got it. Yeah,
I've still got
you
the
wanna
young
cast
male
me?
gaze.
Of course, because there is an insecurity,
to
and
older
women
men
don't like to
do it?
talk about this, but there is an insecurity that arises in women, particularly in a beauty-driven industry. Hollywood is all about looks. It's all about the female
Women
gaze, the
talk
male
about it
gaze. You
because
see,
it's misogyny that puts that pressure on
that's
women.
not
And
hatred of women. Taylor, do you know what misogyny means? It means hatred of women. It is not hatred of women to talk about the reality that women, I'm a woman, I'm not a misogynist. Women get more insecure as they
But you
age about
are.
their looks when they're in a beauty-driven industry.
Are
That's why
insecure
Botox
because
exists.
of what
That's why
society
filler exists.
tells them.
Well, let me
Because
go.
of what
Let me go to
society
the.
tells
Let
them.
me go to the expert on the panel
Society.
when it comes to male gazes at beautiful women. Ernest, your thoughts on this?
No, I mean, to be honest, I think that two things can be true at the same time. You know, people have the right to evolve and also see things reflectively. What you do in your young age, I mean, heaven forbids, I mean, you all claim that you all don't support cancel culture, but, you know, a lot of you all would make the case that maybe she did at one point in time when she was younger, may have thought that's what she needed to do and that's how she got her career. But maybe years later, she can get older and reflect and say, hey, some of the stuff I did back then.
And by the way,
looking
Ernest,
back,
it's the same. It's the,
Well, how
it's the same
convenient.
with
How
men, right?
convenient.
I mean, it's the same with male movie stars when they cross a
Right.
point where the female
Right.
gaze moves from them to a younger, hotter model. It's exactly the same the other way around. You look at it all the time. Look at the hot movie male stars
I
of
don't think
20
so.
years
So the
ago. They're not
difference-
there anymore.
Right, but the difference is though with those roles, that's actually not true all the way. A lot of these older men do get to evolve and date younger women. What we don't see that much in
No,
Hollywood.
I mean female moviegoers going to see male movie stars. The reason they go moves from the female gaze at a hot young movie star to something different when they get older, right? So it's
Men are
in other words, it
considered
works the
more
same
range.
way.
That's not-
by
But that's not the
standards.
same though. They can get a range. What I think that happened with Scarlett Johansson, a lot of these actresses, is that what you'll see with men is that they can do both. They can do the Oscar-winning Leonardo DiCaprio films, and they can also do the sex symbol films. They can also do it simultaneously and still get the awards. Versus what we see with women in Hollywood, it seems to be a double standard where prestige films that they can be in and star in, oftentimes they don't get the chance to be the ingenue or play into the sex role. But if they do go that way, they can't have both ways. So Denzel could be both. But Scarlett Johansson couldn't do both most of that. in the
Okay.
Yeah,
beginning
but
of
why? Okay, but why would you complain then? Why would you complain and say, "Oh, the male gaze is so terrible," and then take the role as a woman? Why would you take the role if the male
She
gaze
should
is such
just
a
own it.
problem
She
for money?
should
Wait,
just
that
own
quote
it.
she's not explaining.
Hang on. Hang on. Let him answer the question. Why is it that if you really saw this as a problem from a feminist view, the male gaze, as a female actress who's aspiring, why would you take the role? Aren't you just selling out for money, dude?
I mean, I'm not a woman, so I'm not the one taking the role, but I'm saying something like I'm saying
Okay,
before.
see how they don't answer any
questions?
questions? They just refuse
No,
to.
Isn't
I'm
all
answering your
women
question. Did you not
going
let me
out for
finish?
money?
I'm answering your question. What I'm saying is that you, at the end of the day, it's none of these things, like even the way that people vote for certain elected officials, it's never one size fit all. She has survival. She wanted to get her career. She wanted to do certain things. Does she have regrets? I don't know. But what I will say
So
is
she
that
sold out?
there's a lot of factors that people do when they make their decisions, right? There's certain people where you don't agree with everything on all aspects, but you do some. And I think at a certain
It just
point,
seems,
that is
Ernest,
what
it
happens.
just, I hear what you're saying,
Everyone
Ernest.
does.
It just seems
Men
a
do it
little
too.
convenient, though. It just seems a little
Awful
convenient to
convenient,
make all
yes.
of your money off of being a sex symbol and an overt sex symbol. I mean, half naked, this, that. You make all your money that way. You should own it. She should be coming out and saying,
I totally
"Listen,
agree. I think
was a
if you,
sex symbol."
I think that the women
it.
I admire in the entertainment world are the ones who are smart but are unafraid to say, I use my sex appeal and it makes me tons of money, as well as my smarts, as well as my talent. It's a whole package. Same with the guys,
Own it.
right? If you're a hot movie star who's got talent, you're going to make more money than an ugly one. It's as simple as that. It's not fair. Life isn't fair.
Hollywood's not fair.